Speaker, I yield 3 minutes to the gentleman from Kansas, Mr. Estes, who lives right in the heart of Lesser Prairie Chicken Country.
Well, thank you, Chairman Westerman. And thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today in support of Kansas farmers, ranchers, and energy producers who take it upon themselves to conserve the land and vulnerable species in rural Kansas each and every day. In recent months, these Kansans have felt the Biden administration's massive overreach as D.C. bureaucrats use the federal government to overregulate hardworking Americans 1,000 miles from the swamp. In 2015, the Fish and Wildlife Services listed the lesser prairie chicken as endangered, only to delist it a year later as their analysis was flawed. Despite losing a court case and seeing an actual increase in the lesser prairie chicken population, they're now classified as threatened and endangered in 2 distinct population segments in the United States. Kansas farmers, ranchers, and energy producers, those closer to the lesser prairie chicken habitat, are excellent stewards of natural resources. They have repeatedly demonstrated responsible actions as they tend the land that feeds and fuels the world. What they don't need is a heavy-handed government approach to land management, especially when those mandates are unfounded and not based on actual science. Today, we can correct this mistaken classification with a Congressional Review Act. Even in a divided Senate, the CRA resolution passed with bipartisan support. Successful, voluntary, public-private conservation practices have prompted the lesser prairie chicken population to nearly double through 2021, with a statistically insignificant decrease between 2021 and 2022. Federal and state government has spent millions of dollars to determine the population is stable, yet the Biden administration is engaging in insidious actions like creating the North and South regions to help prop up their narrative that the lesser prairie chicken population was declining. While it may seem extreme to squawk about a single species, it's representative of the overall tone of the Biden administration. Force unworkable mandates on hardworking Kansans to appease bureaucrats and elitists who aren't impacted by their decisions. They've used this playbook before, and this encroachment on private property rights will be replicated in state after state across the country. Today, as we vote on this Congressional Review Act, it's critical that we hold the line and prevent the Biden administration from pursuing this hostile land grab. Kansas agriculture and energy producers are doing their part, and millions of taxpayer dollars have confirmed that current conservation plan is working. Mr. Speaker, this humble bird has benefited through Kansans' voluntary conservation habitat, and today we have an opportunity to put an end to the Biden administration's attack on rural Americans through this common sense CR. Thank you, and I yield back the balance of my time.
Good afternoon, friends. This is important news for all seniors and retirees. The next Social Security cost of living adjustment is expected to jump 3%. Top lawmakers in Congress are also now addressing one of the program's biggest issues. This bill will prevent billions of dollars in overpayments. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to find out more about this. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. This coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. My friends, please make sure that you enter these giveaways by clicking and liking several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Social Security's cost of living adjustment, also known as COLA, is projected to adjust for inflation for more than 74 million Americans in 2024. It is a silver lining that many seniors were hoping for: increased monthly Social Security payments covering essential needs like prescriptions, food, housing, and dental services. COLA is a vital component of Social Security. It is calculated yearly to assist in keeping up with inflation. In 2023, the cost of living adjustment was nearly 9%. It was the most in 4 decades. While next year's 3% raise may seem very small, it is still higher than the average 2.6% increase over the past 20 years. With prices expected to cool down, expenses like grocery bills won't eat as much of a retiree's Social Security check. According to the Social Security Administration, A 3% cost of living adjustment in 2024 means that the average retired worker will receive an extra $55 in monthly benefits. But there is another issue that Social Security is facing. The House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Jason Lee has called on the Social Security Administration to immediately implement the Payroll Information Exchange because it is 8 years overdue. The Bipartisan Budget Act of 2015 authorized the SSA to create the exchange, which is designed to reduce improper payments. In a letter to the acting SSA commissioner, two of his colleagues said, the Social Security Administration needs to implement the PI program immediately. They told her to also inform the committee by August 14th what steps the SSA is taking to complete the task and to explain why SSA has delayed taking action. The Payroll Information Exchange that lawmakers explained will establish data exchanges with payroll data providers. This is to reduce improper payments, improve administration of the DI and SSI benefits. It would also alleviate monthly reporting burdens for beneficiaries. In 2021, the SSA published a notice in the Federal Register that it planned to implement the PI. According to the lawmakers, Social Security's combined disability insurance and old age survivors insurance programs made roughly $2.5 billion in improper payments. That is nearly $2 billion of which were overpayments. In 2021, the supplemental security insurance made more than $4 billion in overpayments. With a program this size, getting even a small number of payments wrong, whether overpaying or underpaying, can result in billions of dollars of improper payments. Mary Johnson, the Social Security and Medicare policy analyst for the Senior Citizens League, told reporters that while the Senior Citizens League strongly advocates for measures to reduce waste and improper payments, it comes out of the general federal budget, which is subject to congressional negotiations. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on all of this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. There is still support for monthly expanded benefits. Senator Bernie Sanders and progressive Democrats reintroduced a bill to increase Social Security retirement benefits and shore up the program's finances solely by taxing corporations and the wealthy. Senator Bernie Sanders has introduced identical bills in the past, including in 2022. Senator Sanders' legislation pushes the boundaries of the present debate over Social Security still further to the left by asking Republicans to respond to the prospect of both bigger benefits and heftier taxes. Bernie Sanders' Social Security Expansion Act lays down a marker for the progressive position, namely that there's no need to cut future benefits in order to close a gap between the program's projected spending and its revenue. This bill serves as an implicit response to complaints from conservative policy experts that the program's funding gap cannot be closed entirely through tax increases on high earners. In addition, the new revenue that Senator Sanders' bill would generate for Social Security enables him to finance a more generous benefit formula that would increase the benefits of low and moderate income earners by at least 15%. That is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here. To say thank you, I will be announcing several more winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, simply click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed day.